Hi everyone, it's going to be a great day today. We're going to get some laundry done, and then after we put some laundry away, we're going to head straight into the laundry room, and we're going to just start deep cleaning. We're going to head straight into deep cleaning, dusting shelves, and we're going to do some floors. We're going to wash walls today. I will be testing some new tools out for you from Amazon, and I will definitely let you know my thoughts on them. And then towards the end of the video, we're also going to be doing quite a bit of decluttering in the laundry room. I end up with a decent sized tote full of things that just either didn't belong in the laundry room or are just garbage. And then there are some things that I'm going to give to someone who needs them. If you're a subscriber and are watching this video, I want to thank you so much for coming back and watching more of my videos. Your support means the world to me, and it's definitely why I keep making videos. And if you're new, my name is Alyssa. I am a stay-at-home mom, and I've got two boys, a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old. One is in kindergarten, and one is home with me. My husband is a firefighter and works kind of an odd schedule, so I really like to clean, organize, and declutter in my spare time. So this is actually a hobby of mine. I don't usually find these types of things a huge chore. I just genuinely enjoy it. Of course, there are those days where, life gets out of control and you just feel everything piling up on you. But I am truly passionate about cleaning and organizing, and I just would really love to share with you all of my ideas in my home. So if you want to see more, please subscribe and keep watching. Here I'm starting with the blinds. I'm just taking a wet microfiber cloth and I'm wiping down the blinds with them. A lot of the times when I do blinds, I just do a dry dusting and let the dust settle onto the floor, and then I go around the house and vacuum. But today, because I'm working just in the laundry room, I'm just going to do a clean on the blinds, and I don't want the dust to take too long to settle to the floor. That's why I'm using a wet cloth today. So if you're wondering if this is always how I clean blinds, it's definitely not. This is probably the slowest method I could choose. If you watch this video on the weekend when I post it, I really hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope that you can relax, maybe drink a coffee in the morning and watch me clean. Maybe get some of your own tasks done with me. Next, I'm going to be taking some spray away and just cleaning this window real good. Spray away is definitely the best cleaner for no streaks. I'm still on the search for a natural glass cleaner that doesn't leave streaks. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments. The rag I'm using is a window e-cloth. I love them so much. I know you can use the window e-cloths by just getting them wet with water, and then there's a polishing rag that you can do and use after you're done. But I honestly find that it just takes so much longer, and I love the rags with spray away and any other glass cleaner, so I don't technically follow what they say to follow, so you can definitely use their recommendations. I just have been doing this for almost a year now, and it's worked for me. If you were wondering why there is an olive tree in our laundry room, I did not actually purchase an olive tree just to decorate my laundry room. It's actually from our living room. I have a faux tree that I keep in the corner by my couches, and every season I kind of swap it out for one that fits the season. So right now I have a fall tree in the corner of my living room. And then of course we'll go into Christmas and there will be a Christmas tree in that corner. So this olive tree is usually in our living room spring and summer, and that's why we have it in the laundry room right now. There's just nowhere in the house that I, want to put it. So I didn't just put an olive tree in here and buy a whole entire olive tree just for this room. Someday I would really love to do a makeover in this room though, and I'm hoping that day will come soon. It's definitely one of the first projects me and my husband want to undertake in the indoors of this house. So we don't have a lot of projects that, we have to do in this house. It was kind of a builder grade, not that old, and so we do want to make it feel more like us though and add just a little bit more storage in some of the spaces. Here you saw me soak this little duster pad. I got it on Amazon. It was a 2-pack, and they were made with all of these creases in them to make dusting your baseboards so much easier. And you can really use them on any surface. I've used them on dressers, on windowsills. The dust really does stick, and it is easy to just rinse off in the sink. You don't have to scrub at it. It just comes right off with the water. I do not believe they're absolutely necessary. I think a rag works just fine. I've used the rag method most of my life, and I really don't believe you have to have this tool. But it is a fun tool to have, and it does do a great job. So if you get tired of having to wash your rag off all the time and want to just change up your routine, these would be amazing. They come hard, and then you just have to soak them in water and they become more like a sponge. So they are pretty neat, and I will link them in the description box for you guys. My favorite way to do a large amount of baseboards as fast as you can is actually probably a little unconventional. I like to take a window rag and use regular old glass cleaner. Windex, maybe not spray away, but spray away could work. And if you just spray it directly onto your cloth and then take your finger and run it along the baseboards, for some reason, a window rag with glass cleaner does so much better than any rag with just water on it. I don't know what it is, but the dust actually sticks to it. It doesn't clump up, and I find I can do a really large area pretty quick with that method. So if you were ever interested in trying it out, I just really love it. Here I'm just cleaning off the shelf that sits above our laundry machines. It holds a lot of our products that we just don't need very often. It's kind of like miscellaneous stuff or back stock for the bathroom, things like that. Like I was saying earlier, I would really love to add a bunch of cabinets in this space. I want to do a row of cabinets above the laundry machines, and then to the left of the laundry machines, there's that open floor area, and I'd love to add some storage and also do some lower cabinets there with a nice, maybe butcher block countertop there so that I can fold clothes in here. That's kind of my plan. I'm hoping to get some stock cabinets from Lowe's or Home Depot someday and then bring them in here, paint them, add some hardware, and just make this space look a little bit more finished. Here I'm just showing you some of the pieces that come with this wall cleaning tool from Amazon that I'm about to try out. There's that blue mop head piece that kind of dusts things and can maybe mop, I'm not sure. I tested it out probably about a week ago and I wasn't a huge fan. I just feel like a regular duster works better. And then it comes with that insert. It's like a yellow thing that sits on a 5-gallon bucket. And I tried using that. It's basically, you're supposed to be able to dip this in the bucket and then press this on the bucket to wring the water out. And I do not like that. I do not like the yellow thing on the 5-gallon bucket. That method does not work. It doesn't wring the water out. You really have to push and move it around to make it work. So I wasn't a fan of all of the accessories that come with it. However, the yellow ones that scrub walls, along with the Zep wall cleaner, it's a foaming wall cleaner, does an amazing job. I love this tool so much, and I ended up decluttering the other accessories, but I have multiple of these yellow pads that go on it, and I am definitely going to be using this all over my house. I have a flat paint. This was a builder grade home, so it's a pretty cheap flat paint, and you can't wash your walls with a rag. Whenever I try to wash walls with a rag or a magic eraser, it sticks to the walls and it makes the dust clump up. And this, for some reason, with the Zep foaming wall cleaner, allows me to actually clean my walls. And I don't find that it takes off a ton of paint, so I would test it in a small area before you start on, your whole home. But I love this stuff and it works great in our house. The house came all white, and we definitely are planning on adding quite a few accent walls. And then someday in the future, we will have to go through the whole home and just change the type of paint. We're thinking a satin, just because then I can wash the walls. In our old home, I actually had just finished painting our entire home in a semi-gloss and satin paint. And what that meant was I could take a mop and a rag or a magic eraser to absolutely everything in my home. It was so easy to clean. I even did it on ceilings, and it was amazing. I absolutely love it. This home, it's definitely a struggle to clean walls, and with all of the white and 2 little boys, there's definitely a lot of dirt that ends up all over the walls and fingerprints. So I'm excited that someday we will do that project, but we're trying to delay it a little bit longer. Here, this is my miscellaneous bin. I just have a bunch of interesting things in here. Wall cleaners, dust refills, balls for my dryer. And I was just doing that one bin while I was waiting for my steam cleaner to heat up. And now it's ready to use, and I'm just taking it to get into all of those cracks and crevices that are just really hard to clean. I don't know about your guys' washing machine, but behind this lid and in some of these cracks, there is just so much gunk. You can see it where you put the bleach in there. There's just tons of gunk in the cracks and crevices and where those letterings are. And so this steam cleaner is amazing. I've used it all over my house, and I really love it. It comes with a lot of attachments. To be honest, I don't use a whole lot of the attachments. I know they're useful, but I find that the steam does a good enough job, and then you can just take a rag and wipe up the excess water when you're done. This here is a magic eraser. I just got it a little damp and there was a rust spot on the top of my dryer and I'm not really sure what it's from. I don't really leave anything on the top of my dryer, so there must have just been a little bit of too much moisture maybe sitting there, and rust appeared, and I just wanted to take care of it before it got worse. Decluttering can definitely be a challenge for a lot of people, and I realize that, and I know that depending on what the item is, it can hold sentimental value for you, or you can also feel like I spent money on that, and if I declutter it, then I've been wasteful. But in the end, if you are not going to use it, I just find that it takes up so much time and energy to maintain it, and it's just best to let things go. And I'm just going around my home, and I'm hoping as I go I can declutter and my home will feel even more peaceful for the whole family. I do have to say I go through phases, and I feel like a lot of people do, where sometimes things hold more sentimental value because of the stage of life you're in. And if that's the case, I really do sympathize, because I noticed with my firstborn, anything, that was worn or wasn't working, I would just be able to get rid of. And that was because I knew we weren't done having kids, and I knew we were going to have more. So it was pretty easy to go through things and know exactly what I want to get rid of, what I want to save. And I knew there was going to be another baby, another toddler stage. And, it kept me from being sad, decluttering all of the items that didn't work or, wouldn't work for another kid. But we now have 2 boys, and every year we're just taking it 1 year at a time and trying to figure out what's best for our family. And when you're not sure if you will have another kid, it can be a lot more difficult to go through your home and get rid of toys and clothing and all of those items that you just remember using with your kids. So I definitely have been finding lately that I'm struggling to declutter my kids' things. And if you were to have asked me 3 years ago if I struggled to declutter, I would have told you no. It was very easy for me. If I didn't use it, I got rid of it. And it's definitely, at that time, I was positive I was going to have more kids, and now we're just not sure. We don't know what life will have in store for us. So, it's one of those things where depending on what phase of life you're in, decluttering could be stressful for you, and I fully understand that. So here I'm just going to do my best, and luckily cleaning supplies don't hold sentimental value for me. I do try to use up cleaning supplies. I'm pretty good about, if I don't like something, I'm still going to use it until it's gone. But there are those accessories, or maybe, those papers, manuals, extra pieces that didn't work that, it's best to let go of. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just being honest with myself and trying to figure out what tools I actually use and what tools I can just let go. The reason I'm putting all of these things in Ziploc bags is because they're things that I use to clean with. And because these are open shelves, these bins can get pretty dusty. So anything that I want to be clean for the next time I use them, I'm putting in Ziploc bags for now. One day when we have cabinets, it will be a lot easier and I won't need these Ziploc bags. But for now, this is just what I came up with to keep the item clean and ready to go for the next time I need it. as you can see, we ended up with a good size declutter pile. I'm also getting rid of a pull-up bar because we're just not using it and it's taking up a lot of space. I'm so glad you joined me here today. If you like this video, please subscribe and come back for the next video. I will be doing my bathroom drawers and releasing that video on Tuesday. Here's an overview of the laundry room. It's clean, it's ready for my next load of laundry. I did not do underneath the laundry machines or clean out my dryer vent. I'm hoping to add that to a video, but I want my husband home so he can move them for me. I have a pinched nerve in my back right now, and I'm trying to do a little bit less. I definitely overdid it in this video already, so hopefully I can add that to a future video for you guys. Here I'm just putting away some of the last stuff from the laundry room. Well, this about wraps up the video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you found this video satisfying. Please come back for Tuesday's video and join me on another decluttering journey.